everyone, welcome to my third video. Today I've got a perfect routine for you runners and cyclists out there, helping you to access those difficult areas such as the adductor muscles in the groin, really properly getting into those hamstrings, and also focusing on the ankles, feet and calves. So let's get started. Into our first stretch today is for the hamstrings. So starting standing, I want your feet hip distance apart, stand naturally, soften into the knees. Stepping the right foot back so the right toes are pointing forwards. Hands onto the hips, little soft bend in that left knee. You want to start to tilt that pelvis. It's called an anterior tilt. Imagine you're sticking your bum out. Placing your hands, interlocking the fingers onto that left thigh. So firstly, focusing on this left hamstring. I want you to inhale here, but soften into the knee. Exhale, see if you can slightly straighten that left leg. 2 more times. Inhale, soften. Exhale, straighten. You should start to feel that really in the belly of the muscle. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale and hold here for 2 more breaths. Getting even deeper on your last breath. Good. And then slowly soften into the knees to release out. And the other side. Again, natural stance. Left foot steps back this time. Focusing on the back of that right thigh. Interlock the fingers, soft bend into the right knee. Tilt the pelvis up. So maybe even now you start to feel a nice little soft stretch. Good. So inhale here, soften into that right knee. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Don't worry if it doesn't go straight, but just try and move it a couple of millimeters. Inhale back to center. Exhale, straighten. Good. 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. And then inhale. And this time exhale, hold for 3 breaths. Using your exhales to find a little bit more space. 1 more. Good, and then slowly backing off, coming back to center, shake it out. Coming into our second pose I have for you today. So this works a bit deeper into the more awkward sides of the hamstrings that join with the adductor muscles as well. So we're starting to use this gliding effect that you can see. So same technique here. Nice wide-legged forward fold, toes in and heels out. Nice bend in those knees. You can use bricks underneath the hands if you need to bring the floor closer. Same thing, tilt the pelvis up. So stick that bum out as you inhale. And then exhale, keep that tilt as you start to straighten the legs. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. 1 more, inhale, and then exhale. Good, and then holding here for 2, for 1. Really nice, getting super deep there. Third pose, coming into our wide-legged squat. So start to bend into that right knee. Doesn't matter if this right heel lifts, that's okay. Some of you might start up here, that's okay too. But just feeling into this right hip, opening deep as well across this left inner thigh. Little hops maybe just to loosen. And then slowly walk over to the other side. Inhale here. Exhale, sink. Good. To the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Keep this foot facing down for now. Inhale here. Exhale, soften. Good. 1 more time on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Then inhale, coming back to that right side where we began. This time holding. So again, you can use your hands onto the floor. Start to point those left toes up. So getting even deeper. Breathing here. 2 more. 1 more. Nice, and then slowly starting to pivot round to that left foot, sinking nice and deep here. Once you've settled into the stretch, start to point the right toes up, getting even deeper on the inside here. 2 breaths. Good, 1 more. Beautiful, and then slowly to release up. Let's come into a gentle forward fold, swing, let it go, release the head. And then slowly start to rebuild yourself. Coming coming back up. Nice. Joining your feet at the back of the mat. Start to tilt the hips as you fold forward, walk the hands down and out, coming into your first downward dog. So pedaling out through the feet, bend into the knees. Now dropping onto the knees again, coming into our last adductor stretch. So you want this right knee wider than your right hip, untuck the toe, and you want to extend this left leg out to the side. Again, using this gliding technique. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, sink the hips back. Get nice and deep. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And then exhale, hold. Good. Same thing as before. Start to tilt the left toes up and breathe. 2 breaths. 1 more. And then slowly start to release. Good. Bring this left knee in. Bring your knees together. So left hand side. Scoot over a little bit. Left knee wider than that left hip. Extend your right leg out. Good. So just getting that feeling. Getting those insides. Those adductor groin muscles. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sink back. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale and hold. Good. Maybe coming onto the forearms if you wish. Start to raise those right toes up and breathe. 2 breaths. 1 more. Beautiful. Slowly back off. Oh, good. Bring the knees together. Tuck the toes. And lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Again, just walking it out. Opening up through the backs of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings. Taking a big step with your right foot in between the hands. Now working into the front of that hip flexor and left thigh. Frame the foot with both hands. This is kind of a low runner's lunge. Inhale here as you back off, slightly straighten through that right leg. Exhale, sink into the hips. Ribcage and chest draws forward as your left heel drives back. Oh, feel that deep stretch. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, back off. Exhale, sink the hips, draw the left heel away. 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale and hold. Again, remember ribcage and chest draws forward, left heel draws away. It's kind of push and pull movement in the body. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Frame the foot, tuck the back toe, step back, downward facing dog. Big step with your left foot in between the hands. Scoot the feet wider if you need. Frame the foot, same thing. Inhale here. Exhale, sink into the hips, draw the right heel away, draw the chest and the ribcage forward. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, sink the hips, draw the right heel away. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And holding here. Again, having that push and pull movement in the body. 2 more. Last breath. Beautiful. Slowly frame the foot. Step back. Downward facing dog. And again, just releasing anything you need. Now dropping onto the knees. You're starting to work into the quadriceps here. So first of all, tuck the toes. Knees hip distance apart, knees under the knees. Knees under the knees, knees under the hips. So squeeze the butt, squeeze your whole posterior chain to hold your body here. Hands at prayer. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, start to lean back for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, squeeze it back up. And exhale, come back for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, squeeze. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. For your whole quadriceps lengthen here, squeeze yourself back up. Good. A little bit more challenging. Untuck the toes. Same thing. Squeeze the butt. Hands at prayer. Doesn't matter how far you go. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, come back for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it back up. Good. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 2, 1. And squeeze. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly come up and release. Just come into a nice little child's pose. Let that sink in. So our next stretch is for the back of our ankles and our soleus muscle. That's part of your calf muscle. So stepping up onto that left foot, having your left toes in line with that right knee. You want your right butt cheek to sink down into that right heel. So again, this push and pull movement in the body. You want to draw your chest onto that knee as you drive the left knee forward. So this left heel will probably lift. And then at the same time, imagine you're drawing that left heel down to the mat as far as you can. Push, push, push. Get that nice deep stretch all the way up through the back of that lower leg. Good. Inhale to back off. Exhale, go deeper. One more. Inhale. And exhale. This time inhale. And then exhale, hold. Good. Driving 2 breaths. One more. Good, and then slowly release. Again, it's quite difficult to access that part of the body, so that's a really, really nice stretch. I find it's quite effective. Same thing other side, right toes in front of your left knee. Chest and weight onto that right side. Right knee draws away and press that knee away. Then the right heel starts to lift. And imagine you're driving that right heel down. Get that opening. Inhale, back off. Exhale, go deeper. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then this time exhale, hold 2 breaths. Really drive that right heel down. 1 more. Good, and then slowly backing off, release. Let's give a little bit of a wiggle into the ankles. And now coming to sit onto the top of our shins and opening through the ankles. Good, so for some people, even this pose can be really, really challenging. So if this is too much, always bring the fingertips forward and bring a little weight into the hands. Option as well to place a brick in between the thighs and the hips rather, and the heels, or a book. If you want a little bit more, fingertips underneath the shoulders, start to lean back. Even more, start to see if you want to peel the shins up off the mat and breathe. Good, 3 more breaths. 2 more. 1 more. Good, now coming into our toe stretch to finish. Tuck those toes. Make sure all 10 toes are rooted to the mat. Good, opening up into the bottoms of those feet. So again, if you're a runner, that pressing action as you run away, this is really important to open across this area. And breathing here for 4 more breaths. Close the eyes. I know this can be super challenging. Again, option to place a brick underneath if you need. Remember, the breath is there, tool to be utilized when it gets challenging. 2 more. 1 more. Good, and slowly backing off. Well done, guys. Untuck the toes, tap the feet, bring a little bit of blood back into the area. And then start to circle the ankles. Big circles one way. And then big circles the other way. Good. Nice. And that's our little session done for you today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please comment below and let me know what you would like to see more of and what you thought. Hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you soon.